Hello everybody and welcome back to another Moveset Guide Analysis video. Today we are going to be looking at Gengar in the OU tier. Now, Gengar, I personally think Gengar got a lot, I wouldn't say a lot worse, I think it got worse in this generation because it lost Levitate, meaning that it's no longer a good switch into ground types. So something like Excadrill as an example that doesn't have Mold Breaker, so like Sandrill can easily switch in on you, which I'm not a huge fan of. And really the fact that getting Curse Body, which is great, it's a decent ability when it works, and when it does work, it goes full force. But the problem with that is, again, I prefer Levitate. I'd much prefer Levitate. But with that being said, let's get into it. We're going to be looking at Specscar first. Sludge Bomb, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, or Trick. If you do have the event, you can use Sludge Wave. Gives you a little bit of extra power. Either way. This set, really, really good. I think, as we all know. Gengar, Specscar is an absolute beast. This is how much it does to Spadef. Mega Sableye. That's almost a 2 at KO. I'm thinking double that after rocks. It can 2 at KO. That is scary. And obviously, like, this knockoff is going to do a buttload, as you can see. But nonetheless, like, it does a hell of a lot with this Shadow Ball. Even if we're looking at it in Clefable's sense, Sludge Wave or Sludge Bomb, really, like, for most players, is always an OHKO. Shadow Ball upon switching always is a 2 at KO. Venusaur, Mega, it will be able to tank hits because Venusaur lately has gone more Spadef to take on stuff like Ash Greninja, so do keep this in mind. But Chansey, you can trick the bastard, you can trick the bitch. Ferrothorn, as always. Focus Blast, if it specs, can KO after Stealth Rock and a Spike. It will always KO, which is cool. After Stealth Rock, it does have a chance. Not that it's a good chance, but it's a chance nonetheless. Shadow Ball can 2 at KO after rocks, but it's very, very unlikely that it will. Spike, maybe, but still very, very unlikely. And this is a Pokemon that has very few to no switches. Like look at Mew. Goodbye. That's a Mew. Charizard. Are you gonna like taking this hit? No. 2 at KO by Shadow Ball. Zardex. Are you gonna appreciate taking this hit? I didn't think so. Lando. Are you gonna appreciate taking this hit? No. This is the lovely thing about Gengar. Shadow Ball has very few, if any, switch-ins. Bisharp is the only one I can think of off the top of my head. And even then, it can eat a Focus Blast. Oh, what about Celesteela? Yeah, Celesteela is going to be able to eat the hit because it's fucking Celesteela. What are you expecting? This is Celesteela we're talking about. And that's just where I sit personally when it comes to Specscar. This thing has very few, if any, switch. What the fuck just happened there? Okay. This is like the second time this has happened today. Oh yay. This bodes well. Whoa, Jesus Christ, what's going on now? It's just such a hard mon to switch into. Even Megalopony obviously is going to be able to take those Shadow Balls, but it's not taking a Sludge Wave, it's not taking a Focus Blast. Specscar is like nearly impossible to switch into. Scarfgar, very opposite, very much so the opposite. Scarfgar is definitely the weakest set in my opinion. Some may be wondering why, And it's simply for the reason that, yeah, you know, you had Trick Scarf and everything like that. That's perfectly fine. It doesn't hit as hard. It's not a nuke like Specscar. This is very much so like a weaker, like this is a very much so like a, you know what, you need Elite Game Cleaner. Alright, I guess I can come in for the job. Or if you really need to get rid of, say, like the Eviolite on Chansey, cool. Trick Scarf, the potential Celesteal, or Ferrothorn, sure. But otherwise, it's not my favorite set. I'm merely mentioning it because it is a set that can be run. It's not my favorite, but it can be run. Moving on to the next set, Ghostium Z. 100% Ghostium Z Gengar. Take a look at this. Just take a look. Sableye is not going to appreciate taking this never-ending nightmare. Now, obviously, if you could have choice specs, of course it wouldn't. But even then, it's still doing over half, and this is perfect in a lot of cases where, not that you were really going to see Mega Sableye in OU too often, unless it's on stall, but it's still nice to know that you're going to be able to hit it really, really hard. How about Celesteela? Does over half. Mind you, it's not going to do that much afterwards, but still nice to know that it does a lot. Even Ferrothorn, right? Like, Ferrothorn is basically just not going to care about it, but again, let's say it is able to KO you with a knockoff, perfect. You now have a perfectly good switch into, say, your Heatran, right? Like, because you don't want to necessarily lose your leftovers. Like, this is a set that I personally like. It's a lot like Scarf. Don't get me wrong, it lacks a lot of power, but it is a fun set, like, especially if you can pull it off. Other options for it are like Dazzling Gleam, Psychic, and Thunderbolt. Like, you know, you got your Farium, you got your Psychium or your Electrium. Definite options there. Even All-Out Pummeling could be interesting as well. But hey, just me. Now, this next set I built, this is a set that I built a while ago. This set, it's not good. I don't like it. I wanted to put it in there to maybe give you like an idea for a bulkier Gengar for whatever reason, if you really, really wanted to. It's a possibility. I wouldn't personally run it. It's Hex, Sludge Bomb, Will-O-Wisp, Taunt. Taunt to beat stuff like Clefable and everything, forcing it to attack you. You know, going for a Will-O-Wisp, you know, you have Sludge Bomb, but you're not boosting your special attack. Obviously, 100% boost it, like, so Hex can do a lot more damage. But hey, it's just an option, really, if you want to be a bit of a bulkier Gengar. Not that I necessarily would in this day, because obviously, why would you run bulky Gengar when offensive Gengar is better? Because hey, think about that. Instead of Shadow Ball, you have a Hex, and if your team is all about, you know, just spreading status, Hex to a Ferrothorn does a decent amount now. 130 base power is great. If it's frozen, like if you obviously burn it and everything, that's perfect. It's so tough to say like, oh yeah, like this is so good and everything, blah 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 blah. Cause yeah, you know what may be good, cause like look, that's how much this is how much Hex is doing to standard Mew. Even in the case of say Zygarde, CB, like if you're able to burn it upon switching, beautiful. Right, like if you look at it with the 152 and the 104, like it gives you a chance to not die. But hey, it's just me. I think I had a different set where like even if you can clearly see, it has a chance. It will always 2 a KO, no matter what. But it's a set that you could run. Is it a set that I would run now? No. It's not a set that I would run now based on the way the meta is moving. It's moving towards more of like a, from what I've seen at least, more of like a bulky offensive side, and I don't necessarily like this because obviously Gengar is not the bulkiest Pokemon in the world. I just wanted to kind of show you an idea of what you could potentially run. And the last move that I think you would definitely maybe want to put on Scarf is Destiny Bond. Not that I think it's good anymore. I don't think it is at all, but it is an option. Gengar is one of those Pokemon where if you're not running Specs, I think you're a madman. I think you're absolutely going insane. Because Specs is the item that's going to help you punch holes in teams. It's just gonna break through a team instantly. And if it does not have a ghost resist, they are fucked. Oh man, but with that being said, guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like on it. Once again, it does help the channel grow. As always, please comment down below as to your favorite Gengar sets or other ones that you maybe just want me to talk about in the future when I eventually start doing more of a kind of look back on some sets that I really missed. But with that being said, once again, hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you all later. Peace out, everyone.
Let's go.